we're going camping. Things will be much more intense than they were previously in the semi-finals, and we're looking forward to seeing how that does. Don't you cricket me? That was good. Not me. That was good. I refuse to believe. Yeah.
I'm getting sabotaged.
I'm being thrown off my game now.
That wasn't me. It was not. I have not touched that button since the okay, I have not touched it.
Sure.
You know what? I'm keeping my hands completely in the air so that you know it's not me.
We're not going to show the game anymore. We're just going to have hands up to prove that it's not us.
Yeah.
Unluckily, I definitely have. I have a floor mounted. You definitely have a floor mounted pedal. You have a steering wheel. You could have a floor mounted pedal.
I could if I wanted
to do it. Yeah.
But no, because you have to select one. So like that doesn't make any sense.
You did it before the stream started, and you've been holding out on me.
Yeah, you know what?
Pedal mounted.
Yeah, no, I have a stream deck that is specifically, the purpose of it is specifically to select a specific soundbite on Discord, which is a feature that came out maybe like a week ago, and I just got it ready for this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, full confession is appreciated. We all already knew it was happening, so, you didn't have to. But again, it makes things easier when I bring you to court.
Well, you're gonna sue me over my derailing
preventing me from doing my job. Think of the lost revenue, Twiggy.
Oh, all of that lost revenue from your 33 viewers on the.
Oh, and I appreciate each and every one of those
34,
viewers.
Listen,
actually, Twiggy doesn't love you like I love you. Okay.
Are you trying to take the kids?
I am the favorite parent. I think that's clear.
So we're
in a messy divorce. Absolutely.
We're divorcing over the fact that I haven't watched whatever the fuck it was
Starship
called.
Troopers.
and now you're taking the kids. That's
correct.
Great.
Yes. Okay, thank you for rating us, Marius, as this conversation has not developed. Keep it professional, Twiggy, okay? No soundboards. We're keeping this clean. We're keeping this safe.
Have I ever been professional once in my life?
No, and I don't know why I asked. Honestly, that's on me for even requesting it. Thank you very much, Marius, for the raid, as we will be heading into the finals here in just a second, making sure that we get all 4 players into lobby in what should be a very exciting final. Listen, we kind of we reckoned you were in with a strong chance, Marius, of making it into that final as well, but unfortunately, just a couple of rounds towards the end. 69 people, it's nice, and honestly, God,
we got to around 100. You're at 3 figures now.
Whew! Absolutely huge. Chat, stop trying. Listen, people I know in real life are now trying to immediately start messing things up. And,
I mean, to be fair, you say that all the time on the official Trackmania channel. I don't see why you can't say it on your own.
Do I?
You have made a lot of very questionable. Somebody is inside somebody.
That's not the same. That's just true. When the car is inside another car, and all of a sudden you gotta be like, the car is inside another car because the car's inside another car, and like,
you don't say the car is inside another car. You say specifically, Scrappy is inside Dexter. That is what you say, and I have clips of it.
I'm not gonna speculate. Okay, that's.
This is allegations, false allegations. How dare I?
This is gaslighting.
Another thing for you to sue me over in our divorce.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that's how divorces work. It's you sue people.
Well, I mean, it's a very similar idea. I'm sure you could sue somebody and divorce them at the same time, like
that's
in the same kind of courtroom.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know if you could. That's
probably either way.
I've never been divorced or been sued, so I don't know.
Well, there's a first time for
well, get ready.
That just means it's going to be easier for me. I see 4 players in lobby, and that means I would hope that we are going to be getting things underway sooner rather than later for the grand finale of Mini RPG of the Week Season 2. All 4 of these players now up into the cash spots. 4th place will net you a cool €60. It's €125 for 3rd place, €190 for 2nd, and 1st place, Twiggy, a full €250 to the winner of this finals.
That's pretty. I mean, to be fair, that is absolutely brilliant, knowing that these players are going to get rewards for playing so well, obviously, here in our finals. And they deserve it for the amount of work and the brilliant times that we've seen all the way throughout this one. I mean, look, Heath putting together a 109 on that last map was quite wild. If anything deserves a grand prize, it is that. And the mini RPG of the week is a weekly cup that happens every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Thank you, yeah.
Apart from the finals, to which
Apart
none
from
of
the
that
finals.
information is
But it means that you can be back here next Wednesday, or possibly the Wednesday after. I'm not sure when Season 3 is actually going to kick off, but Season 3 will kick off. And of course, you should pay attention to Mini RPG of the Week on Wednesdays, and you should pay attention to Mini RPG of the Week on the Discord server as well, because I think at some point during Season 3, there's going to be some pretty big announcements coming about Mini RPG of the Week and its future and what that means for it. And when I say big announcements, I mean very, very exciting announcements indeed. So definitely do pay attention. Show up on Wednesday evenings. Get into that RPG Discord and keep it up with all the action. You could even follow it on Twitter. Follow Mini RPG of the Week on Twitter. That's MROTW _. And of course, remember to follow at Nualaic while you're over there. And of coururse, remember to block at TwiggyCast.
Hey, don't
the
do
same
that.
time.
Don't be rude. Follow me as well. I post very funny and cool tweets.
That's true.
And
you
everybody
remind us that you
loves
look
me.
like Ryan Gosling and that football guy.
That football guy, yes,
That
absolutely.
football guy.
To be, yeah, that's not the most flattering one. I put Ryan Gosling on there, and I was like, that's way too, like, you know, I feel like I'm bigging up my own ego too much with that, so I had to put Harry Kane on there to, you know, bring myself down a few pegs.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, it was quite difficult for me to find people that I look like because one thing that I think we all know about you know, fame and famous people is that there's actually just very few kind of middle-aged white men with receding hairlines and black hair.
I was going to say, when I was looking through all of my, you know, all of my lookalikes or whatever, I was like, wow, you know, there's not many, you know, like white men with short to medium length kind of, you know, like off blonde hair that have a stubble and just look like your average person. Like, I genuinely couldn't find a single one of them. It's wild.
Don't worry, Twiggy, you're not average.
I think I very much am. I am the average person. I think that is...
Yeah, you took that in a very nice way. That's definitely how I meant it to be taken.
Oh, okay. Great. Love that.
Just remember that half of all people are below average. So, you know, no shame there. No shame.
Yeah. Look, hey, if I'm in the top 4 billion people in the world, I'll take it. That's fine.
How many? What is the world population? 8 billion now.
It's over 8 billion, isn't it?
That's too many people.
World population. Apparently, 2 years ago, it was 7.888 billion.
All right, yeah, it's probably well over 8 billion by now.
Yeah.
People do be having kids.
Yeah. Well, I would say, you know, a word like rabbits, but it's kind of just like humans.
True.
You know?
That's true. You know what they say? The 4 classic F's of animal behavior. There's fighting, fleeing, feeding, and mating.
Yes, my favorite F.
Hey, I'm a zoologist. There you go. Call that a zoology fact for the day. And we will kick off the grand finals of Mini RPG of the Week Season 2. For this finals, we are going to be playing Cup mode, and we will be playing the tracks in reverse order from the semifinals, and that means kicking things off here on Summer or Winter. Worker, Heave, Hazard, and Wallagen, all of them playing for that €250 grand prize.
Yeah, well, much less visual clutter now that we have half of the lobby size, and obviously that makes things a little more intense as we watch all of these players come on through, but it also widens those gaps between the players. Everybody's staying relatively close together, but there is about a gap of 2 seconds between everybody, and that's an awkward flip from Hazard. He falls down into 4th position. Not a nice place to be, but Wallagen misses the finish line. Can he back up into it in time? I think so. Oh, man. Oh, no, he misses again. Hazard doesn't make it through either. Oh, God, what's going on? Great first round.
Welcome
really
to the grand finals,
guys. Definitely 4 finalists right here. 4 finalists. That wasn't me.
We're doing it. The air horns come out. It's, hey, Hazard not going to pick up any points for this first round. It is going to be a classic cup mode, 10, 6, 4, and then probably 2, but we'll have to wait another round to figure that one out, as we do not see Hazard get the finish. And it is one of the risks on this map in particular, and one we didn't really talk about in the semifinals, because a double respawn takes you to the alternate version of the map. All of these players know the line they want to take. They know the one double respawn in the middle of the map that they want to take. And if you're forced to double respawn somewhere else, you can get pretty lost.
Yeah, I think Yeah, I mean, that's a really awkward place to be if you get a bad checkpoint and suddenly you now have to go into the other part of the map, not the part that you've been practicing over and over and over and over again, especially, you know, if you were going for records and going, oh my lord, hello Heave, you went for a scenic route there, but only drops you down into third place and you have a bit more speed than Worker. Maybe you can get yourself through with a good flip. Wow, going wide, but stays in the competition. Walgen makes up for his miss of the checkpoint a few rounds ago and gets first place this time around. Hazard, though, again in fourth.
Hazard will pick up a fourth place. Walligen,
3 points.
Strong start to the competition. And I mean, Worker has looked good, has picked up the second place both times. But with Heave and Walligen both coming out with a first and a third, that second semi-final currently looking like the stronger of the two. But it's only one map. It's only summer or winter. And we have plenty of time to get back into this one.
We definitely do. Lots of maps to play, obviously. Walligen and Heave out in first and second place once again, but anything could change as we move on forward. Hazard having a hard time keeping up with the Frenchmen. At the moment, Heave stays in first place again. The player with all of the best times. That's an awkward landing for Walligen. He moves back down. Can he make the magnet? No, he cannot make the magnet. That's awkward. And that's going to be a massive time loss. It looks like that's going to be a pretty locked-in fourth place.
Yeah, could well be, although this finish has caused problems for the players a couple of times so far. This looks much cleaner. Heave straight through, roof hit, and down into the finish line. He goes. That's the fastest time of the day so far by Heave, and Worker is 3 full tenths adrift.
Pretty intense performance there. Heave staying out.
Of course. No, that is a world record, just to be clear. Just if we were,
great.
In case we were wondering.
Another one. Another world record there. Absolutely.
Heave is on one at the moment. Heave is very, very quick.
Yeah, just a little bit. Already had all of the world records, just to make that, you know, completely clear. But a few more can't go amiss.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like, he is just improving his own world records, it has to be said. So
yeah, exactly.
Not managing to take anyone else out. And we will note that if we pull up the scoreboard again there just for a quick second, with Heave pulling out to the lead, I was hoping that I'd be able to see what the points limit is. I don't know. It's probably 100. It might be 120. It's probably 120. Someone will tell us at some point. And, well, Hazard is not the closest player to it at the moment. Of course, as said before, he did make it into this grand final in Season 1 as well, where I believe he did pick up a 4th place finish against 3 French players at that point too. Yeah, well, now it's going to be everybody else's moment to get up there. Walligen takes a little clip on a checkpoint, does not flip over, and suddenly things are going very wrong already. That's a time loss of at least 10 seconds as we move on forward, and Heave once again takes over first position. Hazard is going to need to make up for all of the points lost in that last map. Has almost a 20-point gap to make up over to Heave already. Is going to be trying to catch up to that one on this round, but Heave once again is just driving so quickly today. Worker, we said his pace in the first semi-final was very impressive as well. It was a struggle for anyone in that lobby to match up to him just in terms of pace. But Heave then came in, second semi-final, matched that pace, beat that pace, and looked on most of the maps to maybe even be making fewer mistakes as well. And that means it's going to have to be a massive performance from Worker, indeed from anyone in this lobby, to challenge Heave over the course of the rest of this match. Yeah, reality must be sinking in at this point. Heave seems to have got, you know, all of his mistakes out of the way so far. And he's doing incredibly well now, getting first places over and over again. Worker has to settle for second this time around. Hazard is going to follow up in third. Yeah, indeed. I mean, I don't think there was much chance that Walligen was catching up there, even if he had to respawn. But again, really good time. It's not quite the record from Heave, but it's only, what, 2.5 tenths away. Yeah, I mean, that's, again, an incredible time, and that might still be faster. I want to double-check that, because that might still be faster than anyone else's PB on the map, if we look at that. That is, yeah, I mean, that is, he holds the world record by 8 tenths. So he is still 4 tenths quicker than anyone else has gone. It is worth noting that that was a PB for Worker on the last round, so he has at least gotten a little bit closer to that, and he will not be setting any new world records on this round in particular. Yeah, no, not this time. Highly doubtful, unless, you know what, he may just have a secret route that he brings out, secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret tunnel. Precisely. See, that needs to be one of the soundbites. You know what? We need to add more to this server just so that we can, you know, we can have. And they all need to be Starship Troopers quotes. Sure, if that's what you want, babe, that's fine. Oh my god, are we getting reconciliation? Is the therapy work? The divorce?
Oh my
isn't
god,
going
we're
through?
doing couples counseling. Oh, this is
just
cute.
Starship Troopers quotes.
Oh god, Worker is in first place now. He can start to make up some of that point difference from Heave after a mistake earlier on in the round. Now just coming through to that final turn. Get it done. Just this final jump. Deceptive, but gets it over the finish line. Hazard trying to bring himself up from third place. Oh, it was close. Oh, Wellington almost didn't make it, but Heave, that is his first fourth place.
Yeah, and that is, I was about to praise the players for the lack of mistakes we've seen on this finish so far tonight. And I'm glad that you were still talking and I did not manage to get that sentence out, because I feel like if I'd said it, that was not going to be Wallagen making it across and actually getting across the line. It's a difficult finish. It is, as you said earlier, deceptively hard. You need to get the angle perfect or you will just be yeeted into the middle of nowhere and you will not be making that finish line.
Why is Nightbot getting bullied by itself?
Yeah, come on, BMX. Stop. You are just literally holding Nightbot's hands and making him say, "Stop hitting yourself, Nightbot. Stop hitting yourself, Nightbot."
I feel bad for
two mistakes
people.
early on, by the way. Just
a couple.
as a heads up. Wallagen and Worker, both on that first jump, have dropped 6 or 7 seconds behind. Heave is well out in the lead, and Hazard is trying to chase in second place.
I mean, I think everybody just decided that, you know, the universe needed to be brought back into balance. Heave made a mistake, so everyone else needs to make a mistake to allow Heave to get first place once again. And it seems like that's what's going on, but it does allow Hazard to start slowly racking up points that obviously, you know, it's not over once we get a first position. We need to try and get second, third, and fourth after that as well. And if Hazard can just sneak up the leaderboard over the course of the time that Heave is getting first places here, gives himself a much better chance of getting that second place.
Yeah, we'll be looking to do that. And of course, we will be playing for every position in this match, even when first place is locked in. Hang on a second. This battle for third place, Wallagen has it. As Worker will clip on the edge. It looked like it was going to be nothing in it. But ultimately, the clip means almost a second. And, well, it's only 1 point swing between third and fourth. But it could be an important 1 point come the end of this match. And there's a few euro in that.
There is. It's now, you know what? After the first map, I was like, oh man, he was just won. Things are looking a little more balanced now. Things are looking like anything could happen. Although he is,
but this was the map where he started to look a little bit dodgy. The same as Worker in both of our semi-finals. The leader struggled a little bit on map 3 of the pack, and of course, going in reverse order, it's still map 3 of the pack.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, oh wait. Oh no. No. I didn't.
Yeah, that's right.
Wallagen having a hard time warming up here.
That's definitely not having a rough time in the first round. That's not what you were going to say, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
A classic warm-up cast there. And, well, we figured it out.
I don't think that was enough to be a
warm-ups.
I don't know if that was enough.
No, I'm calling it. Nobody. People bully me for like very, very small warm-up
casts. I said
casts,
one word. I went, oh. Like, really? We're gonna call me out for going, oh.
Yeah. We explicitly we are doing that.
I'm not sure. Yeah, can we get VAR on it?
Yeah, I am the VAR.
Hold on. That's corruption.
Yes.
You're worse than FIFA.
Yes. Well.
My man just admitted he was worse than FIFA. Wallagen does not get a bug slide. This time it is not during the warm-up that he makes a mistake and drops back even further, although Hazard is so much further back that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Hazard a long way down. Up at the top now, Worker and Heave are racing towards that finish line. It comes down to the finish. It's clean from Heave. It's clean from Worker as well. The two players who look nervy on this map in their respective semi-finals, clean on their first run through.
Yeah, and Hazard going to be bringing up the rear for the first round here. We just have to see if any more mistakes slip on through. Obviously, Heave the most kind of, I would say the most mistake prone in terms of he goes very fast, and that means that his lines are quite risky throughout a lot of regular turns. Obviously, we saw him make a mistake just on going a bit too wide on the first turn of last map. Will he do anything similar this time around? I mean, it's going to take quite a few mistakes at this point for him to open up the gates to any of these players to get on through, because pretty much everybody out of the other three have come second once or twice. You know, nobody has pulled away from their competition in that sense. Oh, he gets an awkward landing. There you go, back into 4th position, and that does open the doors for a different winner. Oh no, and the speed just makes things even worse.
Yeah, this should be a different winner this time around, and this then is a round where you want to capitalize if you are any of these 3 other players. For Hazard, looking like a bit of a tall task at the moment. Worker trails Wallagen, and this bug slide cost Wallagen the first time around. This time around, he's very, very tight on the inside. Worker wider through, carrying a little bit more speed, but you're going to lose it all in this flip, and the cars go flying. They both land back into this. One more side flip, and of course then the finish, potentially the separator on this round. A close one between Wallagen and Worker. Worker, I don't think has made it sloppily across the line. A second separates them, but it is Wallagen who picks up the round win.
That's going to be Heave coming up in 4th place for the 2nd time all the way through. And just so you know, report poll, bullying or harassment, targeted abuse.
Yeah, that is chat has spoken,
more,
and it is in fact Twiggy casting warm up on this
and
map.
now you have a report against your channel for targeted
so
harassment.
Twiggy.
No problem.
Dear. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, that's rough.
Yeah, well, when you don't have a channel, that's just something. We'll just have to do, mini RPG of the week on my channel. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I will not allow those kinds of polls in my chat.
Well, we'll see when I'm
I am a dictator.
When the revolution comes, you will be first up against the wall. And
hey,
all I'm
yo!
gonna say, we should maybe get back to casting Trackmania or whatever, I guess.
Maybe, yeah. It's not that important, I wouldn't say. Heave in 1st place now, Worker in 2nd. Normality has been restored. Oh, no, there we go. Worker is back a little further, although it doesn't seem like anybody's caught up just yet. No, Wallagen does overtake, so does Hazard. Heave going to take 1st place once again here. Very clean all the way through to the end. It's a new local record on that one.
Worker was not clean until the end. Worker was very much not clean until the end. He was very clean until the end. Heave with 58.4 is an insane time. Once again, Heave moves up to 70 points, and Worker continues to slip a little bit. Worker could very much be in contention for the top of this match. He's just had a couple more errors, I think, than Heave.
Yeah. Chat has made a very good point. We went from couples therapy last map to me being pushed against the wall by you this map. We've gone from finding our romance back to finding our spark. This is great.
That's what pushing first up against the wall definitely has the same meaning as pushing up against the wall. Those are absolutely equivalent phrases.
Yeah, no, that's
isn't language funny?
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, we can take the meaning that we want out of the words that we say, you know?
That's true. So I guess, whatever you wanted to hear there, that's on you, Twiggy.
I'm sure the players are going to be very happy to look back at the VOD and go, oh, you know what, I want to see what they were saying about my run, and it's just us going, making advances on each other. Yeah, that's great.
My advances,
you are the 3rd wheel, that's what you are.
Yeah, unlucky, Thomas. Hey, look, it's Crystal Peak again. Remember this map?
I do remember this map. I said you just aim for the pink things most of the time. That's kind of how this goes. At least that's how I wrap my.
It's just unfortunate timing, honestly, Twiggy.
Okay, right. Well, you know what? I give up. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, here we go. Look at how insanely close this round is, by the way. All 4 players within 2/10 of each other as we have our first round on Crystal Peak. Heave not having his way this time around, not pulling away from the rest of the pack. It's Wallagen to lead. It's Hazard and Heave close together. Heave with a little bit more speed. Worker is going to gain back up. That is a perfect line across the grass. He goes. Wallagen still holds on. Hazard has dropped back towards the finish line. We go. Heave looking to snipe out Worker. I don't think he has him. What a round of Trackmania. 2/10 across the top.
That was unbelievable stuff. And only 8/10 through the whole group there. I mean, beautiful. For a 1 minute RPG map, that's you don't get much better than that. I think every player agrees with the good rounds going on.
Yeah, genuinely just top-level talent from these players this time around. 59.5 all the way up to the top is now the time to beat on this map in this competition for these players. And it's Wallagen who said it, and I think we're seeing again a very close round between these players. Worker and Heave are within a tenth of each other. Wallagen has dropped a little bit away from the other players, but hey, you know, you set a great time, you drop further back. That's just how Trackmania goes.
Yeah, well, he's finding it slightly more difficult now to get first places. Everybody else seems to be just as confident on this map and just as quick, in fact, on this map, especially Worker, who's putting together some great times right now, at the very least, staying ahead of Heave. Both of them on a scorcher of a run. And as long as nobody hits that pole, should all be good through to the very finish. Now it's going to be a tight affair between these two. It's all going to be down to maximizing speed all the way throughout, but Worker seems to stay out ahead. It's another great time, and it's another record there from Worker. I mean, wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, incredibly quick on that one, as they are approaching personal bests on this one. Nobody quite getting there at the moment. But Heave coming second. The gap was close to 11 between Worker and Heave. And another bad round from Heave, a mistake somewhere. A good round potentially from Worker could get him all the way back into the running. We are going to confirm, I'm sure, at some point exactly what the point limit is on this. Whether it's 100, whether it's 120, somebody knows. They're just not sharing the information. And you know what? That just means it'll be a nice little surprise when someone enters finalist mode.
Yeah, it's just a little more intense. That's absolutely brilliant. As you said, we're going camping, and yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, thank you for once again saying the joke, just in case anyone missed it the first time around.
We did. Look,
100. 100 is the point limit, apparently. There we go.
Absolutely. And it is worth noting then, of course, you get to that 100 point limit, you then have to win a round to lock in your position. And we are close enough together still, with players sitting at about 70 points, that we could see a double finalist. We could get down to the drama of those final rounds and the drama of the format, especially with Heave having made a mistake in this round, with Worker holding the lead at the moment on Crystal Peak. Hazard sitting in second place. Wallagen picks up a third, and that means Worker again going to be 7 points closer to Heave.
Yeah, Worker really putting on the afterburners now, is starting to catch up. It's only 4 points difference between himself and Heave now as we move on once again to our next map. Things are starting to heat up. We thought, you know, Heave, well, I mean, that's it. He's running away with it. Just every round a win, maybe a couple of mistakes, but apart from that, just winning, and now things are starting to fall apart just a little bit.
Yeah, still not the danger, not too dangerous just yet.
Not Kenny Loggins right now.
Not Kenny Loggins. He's not in the danger zone. Yeah. Charlene hasn't been called. That's an Archer reference. The danger zone version from that is really good. God, actually. Yeah. It's surprisingly good.
It is surprising. You know what? There are some TV shows that do just very good versions of songs for some reason.
And for some reason, Archer is one of them.
Yeah.
The warm-up is over, Twiggy.
The warm-up is over.
We could be, potentially should be, seeing Heave in finalist mode by the time we leave this map spring afternoon. And that would mean that come summer or winter, as we head back around on our second cycle through the maps in this grand final, we could be deciding a winner on summer or winter.
Yeah, this is going to start to get very intense now. Oh, well, it slows down massively. Hazard and Worker take over the lead for the time being. Heave down all the way in fourth place by about 3-4 seconds at the moment. That's a massive opportunity here for Worker to overtake here with a first place, and stays out ahead. Good speed all the way through this reactor section, upside down, flips over, gets a little slow down, but no problem. Stays in first place. Heave isn't close enough to catch up on that one. Hazard trying to keep up, trying to contend for all of those points, but Worker gets through to the finish, and with that officially overtakes Heave now.
Yeah, that is Worker into the lead of this grand finals, and what a time to take that lead as we head very rapidly towards the end, towards a winner of Mini RPG of the Week Seasons 2 finale. And Hazard and Wallagen, well, Hazard definitely still in the running. He's been quietly picking up second places as well, pushing himself closer to second place. But it is Wallagen with the early lead that he had and the early good runs who is sitting in third at the moment. But they are still 20 points behind. The battle for first place very much between the two players that won their semi-finals, Worker and Heave.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if we expected that, but it's what you would expect from the two players that put together the best performances in the semi-finals. And now it's going to really come down to the wire. Heave trying to take back those points, is in first position. Worker right down, just only, a couple attempts behind at this point, and it really could just come down to a landing after one of these flips. that could split these players back apart. He usually gets a good landing as they flip back over here, but Worker is right behind. Who gets the better one? They stay very even. Worker just gets a slightly better one, catches up. It's going to come down to a very, very tight finish between these two players. Worker overtakes just about, but he hits the edge. He goes a little too close, and he takes away first position. Takes second out of that one. Things flip back over, I think.
Things are getting tense. Heave and Worker are now what? Only 2 points separated. Heave is 3 points away from finalists. Worker is only 5. Twiggy, they could both enter finalists on this round.
They actually could. It really might be completely, you know, 2 points separating is an absolutely massive. Oh no. Heave drops down once again. Wallington is going to hit the checkpoint.
Heave is guaranteed finalist this round. Heave is guaranteed finalist this round. Worker needs to come second or first in order to get it.
Oh,
he needs to come second or first, okay? You heard me.
Okay, it's fine. Oh, Heave! Oh,
Doesn't
no!
matter. Just needs to finish. Just needs to get across the line, and he will get finalist mode.
Okay, well, Worker obviously needs a little more than just finishing, but is getting all the way through now, is in first place, and could just about, you know, well, I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. He just needs to get that finalist scoreline, get it through, and that's 10 points. It is going to be 2 finalists here in the next round.
And that means, look, Hazard and Wallington aren't out of it just yet either. We're going to head back to summer or winter. And if Hazard or Wallington can take those first places away, if they can deny a finalist win for either, maybe we end up with a triple finalist. Maybe we end up with a quadruple final. Look, it seems crazy. Hazard is still 37 points away. Wallington is still just under 30. They, between them, will need to win at least 3 rounds in a row in order to get us to triple finalist. But at the moment, the battle for €250, Heave versus Worker. The first player to win a round wins.
I mean, really an unbelievable way to do this. And of course, it had to be summer or winter for the final map here. Well, I mean, probably. Well, no, quite literally. I mean, look, okay, it's possible that we don't get a winner here, but I think it's well, it's a 50% chance at the very least, and that's all that matters now. Oh man.
I want you to be my bookie because I do not think you understand gambling odds.
What do you mean? It's 50% chance that...
Yeah, 50% of the players are here. But that doesn't mean it's a 50% chance, Twiggy.
Okay, if you want to go by statistics, if you want to go by the percentage of wins that Heave or Worker have got, I think it's more than 50% actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you'll find.
I agree.
I said 50% at least.
All right, fair point.
We're going back to counseling.
Yeah, I don't actually pay attention to what you're saying. I think that's been the issue all along. This is it. What could be the last round before we know the winner of Mini RPG of the Week Season 2 finale. It's Heave who has the early lead. It's Worker chasing. Either of those 2 players wins, and we are done with first place. We will, of course, play out for second, third, and fourth because there is money on the line. But with even Worker sitting first and second, Twiggy, I think this is it. Heave makes the mistake. So does Worker. They're both in the mud.
Oh no, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Wallington overtakes first place and Hazard is right behind, so it's not going to be a winner on this one. Oh my god, wow. I mean, that's... There's no way. The pressure. No, please, you can't do this
Wallington
to me.
will make it up into 83. Hazard will take the 6 points. He moves up to 69 points. Nice in the grand finals.
Not a quadruple.
And we go again.
Oh, no. It can't. There's no possible way we get quadruple finalists going on. Surely. Surely not.
I'd love it. I'm here for it. It still feels out of reach, but that's a good start from Wallington.
Yeah, Wallington could make it triple by the end of this map if he wins every single round. Okay, maybe not. Heave out in first place. Hazard is the one who can deny it this time. Worker doesn't look like he has a chance of getting it done whatsoever. Heave just needs to keep it clean through to the very end. This time he doesn't clip a wheel on the magnet. He gets through onto the ramp as well. It may just be over right here. Oh, it's an awkward jump, but he makes it through to the checkpoint just about low speed. Where's Hazard? He's right behind. He's got more speed. Can he overtake through to the finish line? He has more speed. Can he get it done? Oh, he gets it done.
He got him.
He doesn't do it.
He got
no
him.
way.
He got him on the finish line. By 0.5 of a second, Hazard keeps us locked in to this grand final.
Oh my god. I mean, it just keeps on going. It just keeps on going. There's just no... the tiniest amount of speed difference there was the difference maker. We're not going to have another finalist in this map, but at the very least, they could keep Heave and Worker at bay, and we're going to make the admins or the production of All Stars Championship very angry. The longer we keep going, exactly, yeah. But Wallington is in first place once again. He could get himself up to 97 points here if Worker doesn't overtake. So keeping it clean. Again, there's not really much pressure on Wallington whatsoever. He just needs to get it done. Worker is the one who needs to overtake to get things finished for himself. But Wallington is clean all the way through to the very end, and we're going to another map.
We're going to another map with no winner just yet. Hazard picks up another 4 points, and it's another DNF, it looks like, as well from Heave. And look, that's, without trying to stress the point too much, a tactical mistake at this point, right? You want to be denying as many points from Wallington and Hazard for as long as possible, even if you're not denying rounds. Keeping them a little further away from finalist mode themselves could end up being important. We're back. It's fall night again. We go again, and it'll be decided here. Yeah. This is where Heave has just set a new world record, by the way, in this very match.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane now, and it... Okay. Hold on, I need to DM... I need to DM Turbo telling him that we're gonna... You know the game starts in 20 minutes, right?
It's in and out. Oh, it is 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, well.
This is,
It'll be fine. Look, these things happen, as we should be there soon. Someone will win this competition any second.
We'll just end the stream randomly if it gets to the point.
It'll be fine. We'll get to All Stars any second. Look, in the meantime, maybe Heave just wins on this round. He's looked good on this map, but he has a very slow start. It's in Worker's hands now. Wallington and Hazard still looking to deny.
Yeah, well, Worker in first place could do it right here, right now. Still in first place on this one. Wallington, though, could make himself, again, a finalist very shortly. I mean, he's only 3 points away at this point. Only needs to get, well, third position in this to get himself over that line to finalist. But Worker is staying up in first place now and just keeping him at bay by a matter of a tenth or so. No, Wallington overtakes with a little more speed through there. Can Worker get that back, get that position going again? Because he needs to do it now. The longer you make this happen, the more possible it is for everyone to overtake. Great speed from Worker, but he clips both of his wheels, and Wallington takes back first place, and he is going to be a finalist pretty much no matter what happens here.
Oh, Wallington is in finalist. Hazard will cross the line in second place. The two players in finalist, nowhere to be seen. Triple finalist mode.
Wow. And very possibly quadruple if we get a win here from Hazard, and then
Hazard needs 3 wins in a row in order to win this match.
Yeah, he needs 2 wins in a row to get finalist here, because obviously nobody else can win. But my lord, it's possible. Look, from what we've seen so far, but more likely than not, this is the final round to decide first position here, and so far it is Heave that is in first place. He was nowhere near first last round, but he gets another chance, another chomp at the bit right now, as Worker is right next to him, but not close enough to overtake at the moment.
Yeah, it is going to end here, it feels like, barring massive mistakes from Heave and Worker. I mean, maybe just Hazard driving faster. He is gaining at the moment. I thought it would need to be a mistake to get him back into first place. It might not need to be, but Heave does hold on to that lead for the time being. And Heave, with a win here, has been on finalist mode for as long as anyone could look to win and get that €250 for himself.
It looks like it is all but over now as Heave gets his way through to the finish line. It's just going to be that final jump, low speed through to the end here, but it should be absolutely fine. He gets it over. It's Heave that wins the grand prize. Absolutely wild. Hazard actually gets 6 points. There's a possibility he gets up into second at some point here. Oh, man.
Congratulations to Heave, will be the champion of Mini RPG of the Week Season 2. But hey, we're not done just yet. There is still prize money on the line. We keep going. We are going to figure out who second and third is. They are still playing for it, and it is still €190 for second place. It is not small if you want to try and pick up this win, and it is still Wallagen and Worker on it. It's Wallagen still on the comeback charge. I mean, it'd be almost heartbreaking if he doesn't manage to pick up at least second place now after working so hard to put himself into a position where he had a chance.
Yeah, but at the moment, Worker is in first place. Wallagen right behind. Hazard having a hard time keeping up. Obviously, he needs 4 points just to get himself into the finalist position, let alone getting over that line as a winner once again. So it's going to be a tough way to get on through, but Wallagen falls back, and now suddenly Hazard may just be a finalist after Worker is done, may just get himself third position, but more importantly, Worker through here in first place, now just needs to get over that finish line, stay ahead of these players, and I think it may just be a pretty simple task, as long as you don't clip a wheel. That's low speed. Oh, you just about gets it done, and now it's just through the victory lap now, the final jump to get it done, get second place here, and it looks like it is going to be Worker in second.
It is Worker in second. Hazard moves to finalist mode as well, gets those points, and I said it'd be heartbreaking if Wallagen couldn't pick up a second place. What if Wallagen slips to fourth after the heroics of that comeback? It's now in the cards. It is going to be a deserved second place for Worker. We're going to have one more warm-up, and we are going to finish things out here, guaranteed, with one final round between Hazard and between Wallagen on fall evening. And I'll call it now, Twiggy. It's going to come down to someone missing the finish.
I mean, yeah, this is full evening. It's what we've seen the players think of as kind of the hard map of the of the whole, well, of the 5 that we're playing. I think everybody has kind of decided that this is the one that is the most difficult in terms of just getting consistency through. So here, this final round now, Wallagen versus Hazard, to just take away third place here, to not come last. That's all it is, and it just comes down to this one round. Who crosses that finish line first?
It's Wallagen who has the early lead. Hazard has already fallen behind by 0.3 of a second. Needs to regain, needs to catch up, needs to pressure Wallagen into maybe making that mistake that could get you there. That is Hazard managing to keep it clean. It looked wobbly for a second there. Very sideways on the ice wall, and will be smoothly through nonetheless. Well recovered, well saved, but still losing time, bleeding time that he cannot afford to out on this map.
Yeah, Wallagen stays out in first place. It's a clean run so far, but obviously we know that that doesn't mean much when we get through to the end. You've got to get that finish line done. Oh no, that's awkward. Low speed now.
He doesn't have
speed. Hazard overtakes. There's no way. There's no way. Wallagen, no. He's got to respawn over and over. And Hazard gets it done. Hazard. Oh my god, Wallagen. It's just been disaster after disaster after the comeback that was made.
Wallagen could have won. Fought all the way through to triple finalist from over 20 points down on the 2 players who entered it at the same time. And ultimately, at the last second, in the final round, made the mistake and could not manage to keep up with Hazard, who takes third place. Wallagen won't go away with nothing. Wallagen will go home with the €60, but it's not the €120 that he could have picked up for third. It's not the 250 that was there for first place. It will be the €60 to fourth place. Ultimately, well deserved for Wallagen, though. Great competition and provided all the drama that we were hoping for, Twiggy.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. Really good competition. I mean, amazing from every single player there. There was no lack of great rounds going on there, but obviously, you know, we have 10 minutes until we're casting
We
again,
gotta go! And we will see you all over on twitch.tv/Trackmania All-Stars kicking off soon. Thank you very much for joining us for Mini RPG of the Week, the Season 2 finals. Join the RPG Discord, where, of course, all the information about Season 3 will be posted soon, and you'll want to keep paying attention, because during Season 3, there are some very exciting announcements about the future of Mini RPG of the Week on the way. See you all very shortly.
God damn it, man. All right.